Damn, what's one more quote for us?
From the capital of Tennessee and of country music, for any of you fans out there, welcome to Nashville. We're at Nissan Stadium. Today, we have an all-AFC meeting between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Tennessee Titans. Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And we're off and running from Nissan Stadium. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. That is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. First play is to the air. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Dragon 60.
Takes the 2nd down snap. He's got some air under this one, deep down the middle. Caught just shy of the goal line. Touchdown, Vegas. The Raiders take a 6-0 lead right away. One splits the uprights. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. His return starts at the 5. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run.
Go.
Titans to the line now. 1st and 10.
Panther 60.
He's going to give to Davis. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Come on. 79. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Go.
From the gun, it's Ward. Jump off, caught by his back. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this 1st quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response. Right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
60 Vikings. Mustang 19. Buffalo 18. 19 Lions.
Ward now on 3rd down. Finds Davis complete. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's good for a Tennessee 1st down.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
On the handoff, here's Davis. Get some space around midfield. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
You know what I call that, kid. I talk about it all the time. That is called a tone setter with the capital T. Not a better feeling than to start an opening drive by running it right down your opponent's throat.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Tag! 79! Purple 80! Ready?
The first carry here for Tony Pollard. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Trap 60. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
Shotgun snap now to Ward. He finds Tigakopro for the grab. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
They've worked it downfield very well to begin the drive. It's 1st and 10 at the 28.
Viking 18. Ready.
Davis up the middle. Wasn't a fan of what was ahead there, Brock, but the bounce outside isn't fare any better. He gets a lone yard at 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go. Here we go. Panther 60. Panther 60. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready, ready?
Off the play fake. Here's Ward. Now we'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe, maybe.
Yeah, because he nailed that one.
Ready, ready? Panther 70 Timberwolf. Seven Pirates.
3rd and long for him here. This is complete. It's Davis. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans finish up their opening drive. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
That one right down the middle. And the Titans start off well to tie things 7-7.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. Gets at the 25-yard line. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Looking right, and he finds it. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably and then go to work after.
It's everything he had. That's grabbed inside the 30. This one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. Pick up there of 39 yards. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
Now, I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah,
and I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
They are throwing it again. That one's complete, right side. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
They'll air it out on 3rd. first down, not by much. You got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal. No doubt they take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Getting out to his left. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Raiders break the tie here in the first. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10.
Go! Hot 70, Denver look. Ready.
Davis takes it straight ahead. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. It sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Hey. Cowboy 80. Ready.
2nd down run by Davis. And he'll get them enough for a first down. It's a gain of 4 there. And the Titans have the first.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Cougar 19.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. It's an early lead for the Raiders. More from Nissan Stadium coming up after the break. We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter, and it's Titans football. They're looking at first down here. They'll go again with Davis. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders side of the field. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Now looking to throw with Ward. Short pass brought in. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Tennessee first down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Okay, break.
1st and 10 from the 32.
Here we go, here we go. Panther 60, Cougar 19, Bronco 80.
Handoff here to Davis. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Ward off the play fake. Throw caught at the 6. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. Checks, Matt. Ready, right?
No run. Davis. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. Working quickly here.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
To him again. And he's backed up again as they stop him for another loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Now from back at the 7. Here's 3rd and goal.
Let's go. Hawk 70. Hawk.
Pressure coming. Here's Ward. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Trevin Wallace has it. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate. And I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being 3rd down in the red zone. That's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football.
Finds a seam, left side. He's off to the races. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. He does it. Touchdown. The Raiders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive.
The kicker on.
Oh, man, Brock, once that became a foot race, you could have gone ahead and just said goodbye because you were not stopping that play.
He goes. He's long gone. Not with a full field ahead and one of the longest runs of his career right in front of him. The way he broke that, the only fitting place was the end zone.
Return starts at the 3. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
They're on the 31-yard line.
We've set it downs for him from the 31. Throwing now on 1st down. Ward. Okonkwo brings it in. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Come on, come on. Set.
Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. Into the hands of Okonkwo. And he's brought down after a short gain.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
He's trying to push the field. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Raiders will get it back with some time to work with. We reached the 2-minute warning. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to throw this from the gun. Connects downfield, on target to Burton. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Looking to tack on the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders stretch their lead to 21.
28, Titans 7.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready up.
Tennessee to the line. First and 10.
Let's go now. Hey, Smith, gotta be lying. Ready, ready.
Running left is Davis. He nearly starts the drive with a first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Ward's going to throw it. On the move, headed right. He's going to keep it this time. He winds up out of bounds with things not settled yet, so we've got a flag down. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Ready. 60 Eagles, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready.
First and 10 here. Ward. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Brian Branch has it. And the Raiders take over on his 5th interception of the season. Oh, man, Brock, somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him. Seeing every throw, anticipating his routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
Here's first and 10 from the 47.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Here we go. Ready.
Back to throw. On the move, past the 40. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
That's another Raiders first.
Working on first down. He has room past the 25. It's inside the 10. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders boat racing them to the halftime locker room. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders grow their lead yet again. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Fields this one at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Set. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. And they pick him off again! And the Raiders will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, just when you think things can't get any worse, Brock, I am not sure what you call it, because I don't think I've ever called it 4 straight drives ending in an interception.
Oh, as a former QB, Kate, I know exactly what to call this. A nightmare. 4 pick games are a rarity, and you never see it happen on consecutive drives. And at this point, listen, hey, offense coordinator, play caller, run the ball. And I mean run the ball.
So 20 yards on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
First down,
Here
Las
we go.
Vegas.
Daddy. Mustang 19 Lions. Ready, ready.
Pass play now. That one connects. And he's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Raiders get more points to end a lopsided first half. Brock Bowers the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Raiders continue piling onto this lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Brought down back at the 32.
On the ready.
So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return starts at the 3. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you, the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did.
And they pick him off again! Brian Branch has it! And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Las Vegas. That pick 6 ought to spell the end to any potential comeback we might have seen out of him, Brock. This deficit might be just too much to come back from.
Yeah, if there was any hope left, they sure could have used some points. And they're going to have to give points now in a hurry. That's for an offense who just threw the interception. Getting right back out there, you better flush it fast.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive.
Ready, set.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
Now a toss play, Davis. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Call it 7 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 8.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Raiders with an extra DB out there, 3rd down.
Dragon 60. 70 Lions. Panther 11. Panther 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Let go.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. And they pick him off again. Brian Branch has it.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He was an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Cougar 19.
Throwing now off the play action. In trouble now, and the ball is out. And no turnover here, but a massive loss on that play as he recovers his own fumble. That is not how you make the most of an opportunity when your defense gives you the football back. But the good news is, Brock, at least they get another shot.
Yeah, when you're running on the field, you feel the joy of that defense, right? They just got you a possession. They're giving you an opportunity. Thankfully, they saved the day by at least choking on the ball.
They bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. It's going to go as a pickup of 36 yards. And that's a Vegas first down.
A gain of 36 yards. And the Las Vegas.
In the red zone on first. Hauled in. Again, it's Bowers. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders parlay the interception into points. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. They'll set up here for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders tack on 7 more to their lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Fields this one at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Okay, great.
Titans to the line now. First and 10.
Get up. 19, Tiger.
On the grab, it's Davis. Dropped by the first down he met. No gain on that first down run.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Now nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10.
Here we go. Shot. Ready.
Shotgun snap now to Ward. Buys time, rolling right. That's low and bounces short of his man. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
He's on the quick hit. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. And that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end. Well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down. It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Complete. He's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. That's a gain of 10, and staring at that turnover on downs instead, they pick up the first. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
Bronco 80.
Again, Ward going to the air. Complete out to the right side. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield stripe. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Titans have the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
Lightning 8, Dragon 60.
From the gun, it's Ward. Throwing the out route, complete. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
Ready.
First down throw here for Ward. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Come on. Set. 60 Maverick. 7 Pirates.
Second and 10. Here's Ward to throw. Throw left side, complete. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
There he is on 3rd and short. stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Davis hits the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans still need a lot more as they shrink the deficit. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Titans take 7 points off the deficit.
56. Titans 14. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Has this at the 6. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll throw to start the drive. Short pass brought in. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. Within 25 on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Dose of the hurry up here.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. And as that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Raiders ball, and this one looks like it may already be out of reach.
Okay, ready?
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Ready?
To the air on 3rd and long. To the left side, Bowers has it. And they make the stop from the sand about the 37-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
On the set.
We've set it downs from the 37.
No,
1st
no.
and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. He's got room to roll. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas, and you see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Touchdown, Vegas. The Raiders throwing 6 more on the blowout. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around.
The kicker gets it. Oh, it looks like he's going to throw it. Got it inside the 10. And he's into the end zone, and that shows what kind of game they've been having. Even that works for them, and it adds an extra 2 to their lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Fielded at the 7. A great effort, but he got popped at the end of it.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Check that. 79. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 18 Mustang 19. Let's go.
Here's Ward. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. That's one he knows he should have had. And now they face second down.
Go check. Go check. Come on. Come on.
Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for Keon Coleman on that throw. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. So 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
Ready.
Ward's going to throw here on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
First and 10 now from the 46.
70 step forward.
They are throwing it again. And that's incomplete. We've got a flag down, and there was contact, but is this going to go against the offense? So they had the incompletion, but the defense decides they'd rather take the penalty and the yards and play that down again. Backed up just a bit following the penalty. Here's first and 20.
18 Rattler. Ready? 60. Hurt. Right there. Hurt. Ready?
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
19, Tiger, 19. Ready?
Second and a mile, he's passing. He's going to push one deep down the right. That's complete inside the 35. And no touchdown here. Just needed a few more, but this one goes out of the 3. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Hurt. Ready?
Davis gets it from the gun.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's second and goal.
Go! Panther Street, Cougar 19. Go!
Here's another for him. And he's backed up again as they stop him for another loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run, well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
3rd and goal. The offense hoping something can finally go right here.
Set it. Bronco 80, 60 Bobcat.
3rd and long for him here. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Desperation time here. closer to their 13th win of the season. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Come on.
Airing it out to start this drive. That one's complete over the middle. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. First down.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he could transform a short completion into a big play.
This is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. So a gain of 30 yards on that play. And that's a Vegas first down.
First and 10
On
at
the
the
set.
18-yard line.
Here we go. Ready.
Back-to-back carries here. And the stop is made after 4 yards. It's second down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's second and 6. And we shouldn't be surprised as they connect in the end zone for yet another touchdown. The Raiders continue adding to an insurmountable lead. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. Now, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Tennessee to the line. First and 10.
Ready. 60 Bison. 60. Ready.
Ward setting up to throw. Trying to push deep downfield. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Still 10 to go. It's second down now from the 26.
Right there, hurt. Here we go. Go.
Now Ward. Complete out to the right. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. First down from the 42. Shotgun snap now to Ward. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Again, Ward going to the air. Finds a man, right side. And he's taken down at the 30. The outcome's decided here, but we got a timeout with 2 seconds on the clock so they can think it over before their final play.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Complete out to the right side. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. So it's a road win for the Raiders in this one. And just a week after being soundly defeated, they're back out there.